Hello, and welcome to Manos Music Piano Tutorials. Today, we will be talking about the popular Imagine Dragons song, On Top of the World. We're going to apply some of the chord techniques that we've done in some of my prior videos, and we're going to apply it to the structure of this tune. So, the tune starts with our first C chord. This is also why I typically pick this song as a beginner song. So, the basic structure of the verse of this tune is we start with C for 4 beats, then we go up to F, then to G. This is where it gets tricky. We have D for 2, G for 2 to C. So the first 3 chords are going to have 4 beats, C, F, G. Then we have D minor for 2, then G for 2. And what that sounds like with the tune, and we can go from C, we can go down to F. I like the sound of that if we're keeping our basic block chords, but it sounds like this. If you love somebody, better tell them while they're here, 'cause they just may run away from you. If you know what went well, then again it just depends on how much of time is left for you. Okay? So those are going to be the basic block chords in playing the verse structure, right? I've talked about kind of chord flipping and a few things that we can do, but we're going to stick with our basic block chords. So that verse happens 3 times. I did 2 of them. The last lyrics of the verse go like this. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rivers. You can have it all, but not till you move it. So now, the next section, I would call a pre-chorus, but it's very, very quick. So until you move it, once you get to the last G chord, you're going to go up 1 for A minor. Take it in, but don't look down. And then the chorus is going to start. So I'm going to go 1 verse into the pre-chorus, and then I'm going to start with the chorus, and I'll kind of say those chords as I go along. So the last verse goes like this. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rivers. You can have it all, but not till you move it. Here we go. Take it in, but don't look down, 'cause I'm on top of the world, hey, and I'm on top of the world. So I'm going to go over the chorus now. Okay, so that's how we get to the chorus, is we have 3 verses. Again, that's C for 4 beats, F for 4 beats, G for 4 beats, D minor for 2, G for 2. Okay, that's the verse, our quick pre-chorus. A minor for 4, then G for 4. Take it in, but don't look down. Now the chorus is pretty simple. It starts on F for 4, then to C for 4, then to G for 4, then to D minor for 4. So no 2-beat chords, nothing crazy. It's just F, C, G, D minor. And it sounds like this. It's I'm on top of the world, hey, and I'm on top of the world. Been waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. And I've been waiting to smile, hey, been holding it in for a while. Take it with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child. And I'm on top of the world. We're just gonna end on C, because that's how the rest of the song would kind of go. Okay? So now we're going to be talking about putting a little bit of rhythm and energy, because right now I'm just kind of playing whole notes for each chord, right? And by the way, I've been using this pedal the whole time. The pedal on your piano helps you sustain chords. Maybe we can talk about a little bit more about that later. So we're going to be putting a little bit of energy behind the chords now, and we're going to start with the verse. So I would start with just playing quarter notes on your right hand. Keep the left hand the same. And if you love somebody, better tell them while they're like a big jump from what we were last playing. So you might have to slow it down if you love somebody so that you can work on jumping in that transition. So that's going to be the basic energy behind playing these chords. So I'm going to go again. I'm going to play the last verse, pre-chorus, into the chorus with a bit more energy this time. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rivers. You can have it all, but not till you move it. Take it in, but don't look down, 'cause I'm on top of the world, and I'm on top of the world. Been waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt, and I've been waiting to smile, been holding it in for a while. Take it with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child, and I'm on top of the world. Okay, so that's a good kind of beginner to somewhat above beginner level to play that tune. Now I'm going to do a little bit of chord flipping in my hands. And I'm not necessarily going to explain a lot of it, but again, remember when you chord flip, it's about keeping the same 3 notes in the chord, but simply changing the order. Now, when you go from a certain chord, let's say F to C, they carry the same common note of C. So I want to make sure when I'm going from a C chord to an F chord that I move my hand as little as possible and I keep my same note intact so that it sounds smooth, rather than sounds a little bit blocky. But again, blocky is a good way to go if you're just kind of starting out. So I'm going to play this a little bit bigger now. I'm going to add my left hand octaves, and I'm going to do a little bit of chord flipping, but I'm just going to kind of go from the verse. I'm going to play that 3 times because that's how the song starts. The very quick pre-chorus, and then I'm going to do a chorus. All right, here is On Top of the World. There's a little C intro. Here we go. If you love somebody, better tell them while they're here, 'cause they just may run away from you. If you know and know what went well, then again it just depends on how much of time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rivers. You can have it all, but not till you move it. Take it in, but don't look down, 'cause I'm on top of the world, 'cause I'm on top of the world. Been waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt, and I've been waiting to smile, been holding it in for a while. Take it with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child, and I'm on top of the world. Cool. So you can notice that in all of these chords that I did, I kind of switched around my orders, and I kind of was playing around with my rhythm a little bit. It's about getting that kind of coordination, and again, I'm a big proponent and encourager of experimenting with the rhythm and with the chord order and finding things that sound good to you, because that's a lot of the ways that I learn my chords, is that I don't necessarily play, I'm kind of mixing up the order a lot, I'm mixing up the rhythm, but whatever kind of feels good to you. And again, if you find yourself tripping over it, it's always important to slow things down so that if you're still on the basic level of this, that you're getting those transitions down. And that should be a great intro into On Top of the World.